Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the penultimate episode. Welcome back against the Dexter Resurrection, the penultimate episode, episode 9, review and spoilers discussion. I'm the fuck you, Travis Snell, and we're joined by
I'm the what are we doing tonight? Kirkland Pats or
The Dexter Morgan Taylor Field.
interesting.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. We'll see what that means.
Oh
there.
fuck! Oh no! Wait.
Oh,
No redos.
this
no
is a
redos.
classic.
I'm
That's
El Passion Taylor Field.
I'm Dexter Morgan. Taylor
What a
Field.
shift.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something to add on the day. Like, oh, you missed that. No, it's something completely different. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk about Dexter Resurrection. The finale is next week, but this is a pretty big, loaded episode. So we're gonna get right into it. You'll hear some things later about where you can find us, how you can listen ad free. Everything you do need to know is down below. So we appreciate you looking at that. But let's get into this because this could be a hot and heavy one. Boy, let's go this way. Let's start. I assume on a high note. So Taylor Field, what do you feel about this episode?
Ooh. I really,
assume.
really didn't catch myself not liking it. I enjoyed it. I had a good
What
time.
is this guy doing?
I knew it. I knew the whole time he was feeding us in. The trickster.
No, I was reading the complaints, reading the errors and stuff. Everyone was the Discord was popping off. Like Travis was throwing fire on the.
I wasn't the
fuel.
only one though. This is the first time I've. Well, wait. I felt like finally, it's like you're with me. I felt like I fucking was Aragorn, and I had the Army of the Dead with me, and I was like putting the arm. That's you know what? Fuck you. Anyone who last a couple weeks ago, someone in the comments, well, everyone else likes the show. Yeah, everybody, everyone in the fucking world likes the show. You're telling me every single person, all million people watch it. I know many people that aren't just myself that don't like it. I digress.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good episode. I mean, there's obviously a big elephant in the room that we'll break down and we'll talk about, but I feel like it subverted expectation, and it's like, well, like if they didn't go about certain things in the narrative with it, and we got to season 2 and season 3, then I don't know how. To each his own. I understand people probably would have wanted a certain thing to kind of unfold moving forwards, but like I'm generally okay with it, and maybe it's just because I can't even say that because I feel like I'm spoilering it a little bit. I feel like there's maybe certain things in the past aren't as fresh with me right now, so I think that's why I'm just kind of like, oh, I was like, it's unfortunate, but yeah.
I will say, because I'm in the YouTube chat saying, have you all got spoiled, heard the finale leaked? If you've seen that, even myself have not been spoiled, so nobody in there. I'll ban you. Anyone drops anything,
no
I've not been spoiled for the finale, which is kind of a staple because that actually happened multiple times. Either the Dexter premiere would get spoiled or the finale. Luckily enough, season 4 didn't, but that's funny. That's kind of back. Whoever's fucking working at Dexter got some loose lips there.
Okay,
yeah.
it's probably them, considering like not even 12 hours after the episode releases, and you sent me that video of just like what
I'll
happens
screen
in the
share.
episode.
I'll screen share. I'll
Holy
screen
shit.
share. Yeah, Facebook just popping off with like pretty much hashtag big moment, and it's like, man, it's not even been a day, and you're already spoiling like what's going on. I get we're in the media of like trending and all this stuff, but that stuff will trend by
That's
itself.
terrible.
Yeah, so it's like I just couldn't imagine. You're just like, oh, here I'm gonna go watch Dexter later. Just gonna update my Facebook, but alas.
But yeah, so I here we are, penultimate episode, and stuff's going on, and yes, there are definitely some things that are not great, and I'm it's coming. I'm looking
where's the
for
thumbnail,
some. Oh, it's
Taylor?
coming. I gotta make
Thank
sure
you,
I got
Thank you.
a juicy one, just for you. But yeah, no, I think that I just got a really good fucking idea for a thumbnail. Oh shit!
Look ready.
Oh, it
Look
might
for
be
that in 30
spoilery,
minutes.
though.
But you
No,
can save the
I
spoiler
just-
one for next week to be safe because people have at least a week to see it.
yeah.
Right.
I think that this episode, yeah, there's certain things story wise with the characters that I can overlook. I'm not super engaged with, and it's maybe something that I need to revisit and watch a few of the previous episodes and lead back into this one just to kind of like get caught up with it. But I watched it in 2 parts. I went to bed last night and put it on after our session, and I watched about like half of it, and then I watched the other half.
To be clear, everyone, we played Helldivers. If only like, what
jerked off each other.
yeah, we just FaceTime each other like, yeah, I'll finish first.
What a race.
It was me, Barry. Remember that girl touched your thigh? We're set
yeah,
for Kirkland tonight, so
I'm not going to try and convince anyone to force anyone to like this episode.
You can't, motherfucker.
I'm just going to highlight like the points that I enjoyed and what I liked, what I disliked, and all that. Just keep it very straightforward because I know Travis is going to be very descriptive.
I'm Batman. The Riddler is Clyde Phillips.
There you go. Pass the buck.
Kirkland, the buck's yours.
Buck is over to me. Yeah, I think this is a lesser episode. I think there was some really big moments that just fell so flat, and now that we've had them, it's like, why do we even go down this road, man? Like, you know what I mean? It's disappointing that it went that way. Really like has me in certain ways checked out on like the overall like big moments of what's going to be happening next week for the finale. I think part of me will still enjoy it just to see like what are they going to do next. But yeah, like I'm gonna stop myself there. I almost revealed too much. Yeah, I don't know. There's some interesting like performance by Dexter at moments too in this episode that I wasn't vibing with. I don't know. I don't want to say too much actually because I feel like I might slip the tongue because there is some juice in here. I'm not gonna say if it's rotten or sweet, but yeah, there's definitely juice in here that I don't want to spoil for anyone that hasn't seen it. I mean, if you made it this far, if you're leading up to penultimate, I imagine you're going to be checking out this episode anyways. So I'm not going to say any more. But I am. I don't even know if I'm like worried for next week because like what happened in this week's episode, it was just like, oh man, like it's tough to recover from this. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. Definitely a thumbs down in my mind. It's unfortunate too because last week I thought had a lot of juice in the positive direction, a sweet nectar, but yeah, I definitely bit on like there's a little rock or something in my raisins that definitely broke a tooth or something. Not good time.
Yeah. And the doctor's like, oh, that rock you bit? You're like, yeah. Caused you cancer. Like, oh, shit. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Double
Yeah.
whammy. Uranium rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to go. I could do a big rant and whatnot, but you know what? I'm just going to say that for spoilers because I think, like you guys said, for me, it's like multiple. There's the big thing, but there's just multiple things in here where it's hard to talk about the full gamut of the situation and the things that have happened. But I will say, man, I'm just what I think I'm more disappointed. I think I've maybe made this analogy before, but I'll do it again. To me, this is like if you give a partner a second. Let's say you had a great relationship, right? Rocky, and let's say season 8 for Dexter's the time that they cheated on you, right? And then a lot of time went by, and then New Blood happens, and maybe it's like lots of time has passed. Let's give this another go. And then, man, you have a good first year, which is New Blood and Resurrection. You're like, oh, you're starting to see some issues. And then you walk in and, man, something's going on in that bedroom that you don't want to be going on. And that's what this to me was, where they had it. They came back. I know not everyone was happy with New Blood, but I think New Blood was way better than what we got with season 8. And they had the fucking Dexter Original Sin, which way they want to go, like all this stuff, right? They had the formula, like how to keep Dexter alive. Even Michael C. Hall could narrate in that show. And this is just, I agree exactly what Mike put in the chat here of Clyde Phillips is no longer untainted. He's down there with Scott Buck Scudder. And I completely agree because to me, I've said this before, Scott Phillips always was quality with Dexter. Dexter 1 to 4 and New Blood. It's like even New Blood, some of the choices, you could know that New Blood was way better than those other seasons. It was like night and day, where this does feel very much, we were talking about this before this episode with our patrons and Discord people as far as like, oh, what are the worst seasons? And that's where I will say in 2 weeks, Travis told you is going twice. Did I say Scott Phillips? Oh, sorry, Clyde Phillips. Scott Buck is the other
His
guy.
brother.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta get him though. Scott Buck, he's dangerous. But in 2 weeks, Travis told you he's gonna be doing twice a week, and it's gonna be mostly just like one main topic, in our show. And luckily, John gave me the idea that when Dexter ends, I'm gonna re-rank the seasons because I ranked the seasons a long time ago, and we got Original Sin, we got New Blood, and now we got this. I need to sit down and look at all the chips, but I think now this is heavily in contention for the worst season of all the shows, and I hate Original Sin. I do not like that show, but I think it's in the way of the same way I've said before, Suicide Squad. It's really quality wise not a top 10 worst comic book movie, but for me, there's multiple reasons of why it is and why I would fight for it. That's the same thing like this, where there's, I think, multiple seasons that are quality wise worse than this, but the big impact moments it has on now the whole series is what brings it down. It's like a Rise of Skywalker Last Jedi situation where it's like, man, this is the legacy of a lot of stuff now, and we can't go back. Yeah, sure, maybe, like, what are they gonna do? Like, before it's like, oh well, people didn't like this ending, so we're gonna redo it again. Now we're just getting this part of there's no going back, and it should have stayed dead with New Blood, and they should have figured something out. They should have just made Harrison a fucking killer and did that and just figured out a way. And now we're here, and yeah, there's tons of bad stuff with this episode, and it's all things that we were like, well, maybe in the back half here they can figure it out. But yeah, I think we're just in the point of we're hurting the original series, we're doing really bad big swings, and then the quality of some stuff just overall is just bad or cheesy, like the Serial Killer Room, right? And I think they end up doing that better than I thought they would, but still overall it didn't go to many places. So yeah, this is definitely a top. I don't know where, but in the bottom tier Dexter episodes for multiple reasons. Like I said, it's not just the big moment. We'll get into it. There's just head scratching stuff of, oh, this happens because we need this to happen, and they make. Man, Dexter is just a fucking dumb character now. It just sucks that this guy who is like so smart and clever and procedural, like he just like he just does these things just because why? Well, we need to do this. It's like, okay, I guess. So yeah, we will get into spoilers. So if you've not seen it, lots of big things happen in this episode. So we'll be back and to talk about them. So we'll be right back. And we are back. So where do we want to start off with here?
Do you want to wait for the big juicy La Passion?
No, actually, before we get into it, if you didn't want that ad break, everything you know down below, Patreon, get this episode and every episode ad-free, exclusive early, tons of specials. Aaron Braden, April Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superman Mike, Godless69, Jimmy Renner, Charlie Randall, Cocktail Clay, and John with no H. Thank you very much for being the top tier Patreon producer and getting everything, the commentary tracks, the ad-free episodes, exclusive episodes after 9. We very much appreciate it. And I will promote, yeah, everyone, if you're on Patreon, vote tonight, last night to vote for Golden Geeks 1994. We're going to announce those winners tomorrow. And yeah, just follow us everywhere, YouTube, podcasting, Kick, Twitter, all that good jazz. But yeah, let's start with it, right? Because he didn't have much to do this episode other than the big moment. And that's unfortunately the story of Angel Batista this whole season. Is I just remember with New Blood, they introduced him, and we all were like, man, what a missed opportunity that they introduced him to come down to Iron Lake, and he gets there, and they don't get to see Dexter and X, Y, and Z, right? And like, oh, what a great hook for Resurrection. That's where you get him, the hunt, right? And this is where it sucks, where we talked about this a few times, and this is where, Discord's with me now, because we were all like, well, let's see what happens. The hunt, to me, has been underwhelming, because other than last week, there wasn't much going on, and it's Batista hanging around these lame-ass cops, right? So you got that. The personal resolution was not that great because we're like, well, what are they going to do with this? The first interaction they had, Dexter and Batista, was fake because it was Dexter like in the hospital. And then the second one was just like, don't come this way, I'm going to kill you. And we're like, oh, well, maybe we'll get more into everything that's happened and their connection and how Dexter actually, considers this guy a good guy. No, because Angel Batista's fucking dead. And that's the problem of the investigation, the personal stuff, and now the climactic moment is to me all disappointing. Even to the point where we talked about the Dexter thing feeling weird. That car scene now, when he's just threatening him and he's telling the other officer, like, yeah, Batista's a fucked up guy. He did this, this, and this. Don't trust him. He's a weirdo. Then when Batista's choking Dexter, he's like, man, what a way to go. Death by my longtime friend. What are we doing here? Like, it just like it's they like take they've botched the Batista thing so bad. I'm not even saying, let's say Batista's got away, but just everything this season, what they could have done and the connections with this character, it feels like somebody wrote the season and did not watch the original show. It's like I gave them cliff notes to, hey, this is what we're doing on the show, make it go like this, or this is what we did in the original show, can you make it, somewhat line 1A to 1B, and they didn't. This is a guy that was the original showrunner, writer, all that stuff. Michael C. Hall was there, so it's just so disappointing. I think with the only thing I'll say, like the 0.5% of it that I liked, is I like that Batista did try to take out Dexter, even though I feel like it kind of makes him look a little dumb of like, we'll just do that after, man. But I did like that Dexter tried to get a moment with him of like, oh, I'm really like trying to have a come to Jesus and feel for each other. But I like that Batista was just like, fuck you. But again, as I put in the Discord, it's like, okay, so what is this supposed to teach Dexter? Dokes, Maria, Harry, Rita, these are all people that have died. Dexter hasn't killed them, but it's always a story of, oh, I've caused their death. So it's just like, now it's Batista now. It's like, it's the same stuff. It's the same thing of like I got more to rant on with Harrison later on, but it's the same stuff of, there's nothing new here that we've been here before. And Deb, that's 6 actually. I forgot about Deb. Fucking brain surgeon. God damn. Got shot. It just, overall very disappointing, and I was very disappointed that they killed Batista, but killed him in this way too. Fucking Prater. So
yeah, I think the worst part about it is that there's no way to fix this now. Like, there's no way to save this ending. If you're watching like where I'm at in Dexter season 5, and you see Batista, I'll just know, like, oh, that, like, I know how he dies, and it's a very unsatisfying way. It's basically like just a descent into just failure. Like, everyone around him just thinks that he's like pretending to be a cop. He's been busted. Miami Metro even asked for him to hand over his badge to New York.
How? His best friend, who's captain, asked for that to happen. No fucking way. That he wouldn't even call him. Be like, hey, what's going on? Like, and then at least if there's a call and Batista seems fucking crazy, Quinn could be like, you know what? I think Angel's lost it. We're gonna do this. But we talked about this last week. Quinn knows Dexter's fucking shit. Like, it's just no sense.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying last week. I posed the question, I'm like, do we even see Quinn again? Now it's like, I think no, but who knows? Maybe next season he'll just be there. He's going to be in an angel role. He's going to be like, I know you fucking are the Bay Harbor Butcher. And then eventually get shot by the next Plan B villain of that season. So
how could he not, though? We talked about this last week. If Batista ends up dead, how have you, as his best friend, not think that's fucking shady at all?
I'm going to spend the rest of my life to put Dexter, in jail for being the Bay Harbor Butcher, and then he's dead now. Like, Joseph Quinn must be on some hard drugs, or he just never wants to leave Miami Metro, because it's crazy. And I didn't love the performance. I feel like in hindsight now, I never really liked Batista in this season. Like there's some moments where maybe I was just hoping that it was going to be going in a certain direction, but he's just such a goofball and just so ridiculous. Like when he goes in to Prater's area, his house or whatever, it's like I gotta talk to him. His life's in danger. He like goes to pull out his badge. He's like, oh right, I'm a fucking idiot, and I had to hand that in. I guess I forgot that. And then he's like getting all in the bodyguard's face. He's like, okay, listen here, Rent-A-Cop, and he just like starts fighting this
John
fucking
Wick
guy who's like massive in front of him. And then Charlie
kicks all their asses until Uma Thurman gets there, though. Like, he beat them all. It's like, okay,
but man, I don't know. It's just, and like, to push back on myself a little bit, like, I guess he doesn't know by any means the extent of like Prater's involvement in all this stuff, but he's just such a goofball. And like,
but why jump to that? Why just jump right away to reveal everything? This guy, nothing. Like, you're a detective who has nothing to do. Tail him for a little
I
bit.
have to save his life. I have to save Prater's life. You're in danger. Like, it's so corny. And
Just watch him for a little bit, see what he does, go from there.
Yeah.
Like if you see him just hanging around with Dexter in a fucking weird serial killer vault, like I don't know, it was a weird play to go right away to reveal all that stuff.
And like having this like right after him getting just lit up by the cops, you know, like we basically threatening him that they'll like arrest him for impersonating a cop. Like, go home, man. Like you're a fucking failure. All these things. Like he just has no plan B. Like, I'm just gonna go into the sunset one way or another. I'm gonna take down Dexter or I'm gonna die. Like, it's just, yeah, it's poor writing. It's lazy, and it's a big shame for him being like a legacy character, and that's how it goes out. It's yeah, it's disappointing. I wish he just stayed in Miami.
I do too. I really do. And yeah, Superman Mike says at this point I'm expecting Masuka to be the hero that finally captures Dexter, and that's where it sucks because that's gone. And maybe that's what they want. They want all that Miami original stuff to be gone. But then, like Kirkland said, just keep him in Miami. Then I'd rather just know that Batista retired nicely somewhere. This guy's a fucking kid. Like just like leave him alone. Like it's just because again, I'm completely fine if you bring Batista back into the show and you have to kill him off, if it's satisfying and it feels like, man, that was a great story worth telling. Like even like obviously very different, right? But even LaGuardia in season 7, kill it off later on. But that was like, okay, we got to a certain point where, man, what a moment. Deb finally knows Dexter is what he is. She has to choose between killing LaGuardia and kills Dexter. She kills LaGuardia, her mentor. She killed an innocent person. And it's this whole storyline, right? Where this like, does this really get us anywhere? Probably no. It's Batista's dead, and Dexter's gonna be sad about it for a little bit, and that's it. And like I said, what he's gonna do, he's gonna use this as a reason. Like, I don't know, Harrison, if we could be together, because he already was talking about. I can't remember what the exact line was, but they were talking about him putting him in danger, and that because Harrison's like, oh well, I just expect you might leave at some point again because what you do. So I think they might use this as a reason for him to. I think Harrison will always be in the show, but maybe to keep his distance. But it's just like, how has Dexter not learned this already? Like we've done this and stuff. I don't understand what the purpose of Batista dying here is. Like, what does it do? And like even then, like. I don't want to say that. We'll get to another point. I don't want to rant that way. But Taylor Field, what did you feel about Angel Batista, former captain of Miami Metro, R.I.P., just dead in Prater's fucking vault, just gonna be rotting away in there. No one's gonna know.
So
Jesus Christ.
At this point, I feel like okay, he most likely was gonna come out dead. The way he was talking to Quinn and Masuka, like it was leading towards this, and even Dexter was saying like you keep pursuing this and coming after me,
there
like you're gonna. He's on the train.
I wonder if the people that don't watch the show wonder like, why is Christian Slater's hairy?
Yeah, people that
like,
haven't seen Original Sin.
Yeah, like even the other one when you did it with them in the mirror, somebody be like, oh okay, maybe they put him in there for that. But this is like, why is Batista looking at him? But that was Christian Slater's face was me this entire last 15 minutes. But nicely done.
But yeah,
sorry, if people don't know, it's Batista on a train, and
this was me.
Yeah, it's the same face.
Batista's on the train, and he's looking through the window, and he's watching Christian Slater, Harry. So there you go.
You could probably fit Emperor Drogue actually in there.
Oh, yeah. You could, yeah.
You did fit.
But yeah, no, I just felt like okay, yeah, he was gonna die, and so when you pitched the idea of him teaming up and whatnot, I thought, okay, that would be cool. But then when it
almost
goes on,
happened.
It almost happened. When that goes on for 2 to 3
plan.
seasons, or like, is he just gonna like? Is Batista gonna say, "Oh, you saved me"? Like, okay, maybe you're not so bad. Like, I'll let you go off, and I'll catch up to you eventually. Yada yada. I don't know. It could go off a million different ways, and I think people expected that team up, and I think they're kind of being Games of Thrones a little bit, where it didn't happen. It subverted the expectations, and that's why it's pissing people off. Totally get that, and especially because Batista, he's an OG character, and you want to handle that delicately with how he's offed. But for me, I think okay, he's killed. It's unfortunate. But I think at this point, like he's here because he's not in a very stable headspace because he's just getting obsessed with at this point, like Dokes was. And yes, we've seen it before. I don't have much of a problem with it because I haven't revisited those seasons recently, so they're for me it's distant and they're not fresh in the mind. So for this, it feels a little bit more newer. But I understand where the diehard fans are coming from. But he's obsessed. He's mentally not there. Like he's pulling like his cop ploy a little bit when he's not supposed to be because he's not with the Force anymore. But he's trying to get the answers, and he's trying to because that's who his character is. He's very, El Passion. He's a very passionate guy, and he's always been, and he wants to get these answers. And so when he's on the cusp of getting it with Maria and all that, I love that scene a lot when Dexter's just breaking it down to him and just admits like, hey, I didn't kill them. And this is more dialogue, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is more dialogue than we really see him get in these kind of moments with like someone that's very close to him. And so when he breaks that down and like he's opening up like, hey, like I didn't kill them, and it doesn't matter to Batista was still willing, like he knew the situation he was in, but he's still willing, just all out, just had to kill Dexter because it's
they
like
died like
Dexter,
I died, bro. You idiot.
Dexter's the problem, right? Like, and he, like everyone, you're around this guy, you're gonna get killed, and he just wants to put an end to that for at least for Maria. And I don't blame him in the sense too when he finally has him dead to rights, and like he slandered Dokes' name and everything, and I couldn't even imagine, like, could you imagine like 20 years in the future in retrospect, like I'm dead and you find out that Kirkland framed me or whatever for, like, it's just be, it would be fucked up, it would fuck with you. And so I think him just being overwhelmed and just him just going after Dexter and choking him, I think it caught me off guard, but I was still riding along with in that train. And I like the dialogue inside Dexter's head too when he freed him. And he thought like, oh, we just
team up we
can team up. And again, but it subverted expectations, and it totally changed the dynamic. And I thought, okay, I like that they went that route, and it was just it was quick, and it was just a quick one-on-one here. And I like that Dexter was very super, just he was emotionally compromised, and I like that he didn't compromise too, like of killing him. He didn't kill him, and but it's gonna be up for debate. It's gonna be a contention point for sure amongst the community.
I have to ask you then. So for you, because obviously you enjoy this a lot more than us, and you pointed it out, like that's the point, right? Like Dexter's the problem. But I think that I want to ask you, like, what do you do with this show? Because clearly they're just gonna keep going for money and do this stuff. Like, but what do you do when even in the finale of the original show? That's why Dexter drives his boat into a fucking storm, right? Because he realizes that he's a problem. So like, since the show has ended, Dexter's had this epiphany that everyone around him dies. This is still going on. He's setting up Harrison in terrible ways. Like, yeah, just go fuck that chick. We'll be cool. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? How many times has he been followed this season? And he's like, well, they don't know where I live. How do you not know Charlie the whole time just fucking didn't follow you? Like, this is a situation where even like go back to Trinity, right? He had no idea Trinity knew where he lived, and then when he got back home, like, fuck, I didn't think about this. He killed Rita. Harrison's there. I fucked up big time. I can never let this happen again. Him just being like, yeah, go ahead, go fuck this chick at her house. You'll be safe there. What? Are you kidding me? So that's what I mean, like that. And the other thing, my God, what fucking little dick energy Dexter had going into Prater's place, this high security suite, thinking like, oh, he's going to end up with a knife in his stomach. It's like, you're meeting him on his terms, the day he picked, his location, and that's where the layup was right there, where all you do is Dexter's like, oh, I'm not gonna go there, like I don't feel safe after what happened to Charlie, and they did the reveal anyway. She's like, hey, you know fucking Angel Batista, your supposed friend, we have him here. We're gonna fucking slaughter this guy if you don't show up. And at least then we could have got Batista, like because Dexter got them all right, where he didn't want to kill Batista, but that would give him like even some redeeming qualities of, you know what? When he saw Batista, he said, I'm going to have to kill you. But when it's faced with it, he goes, you know what? I can't let this guy die because of me. I'm going to go there, try to save him. Dexter just walking in all big pimping, like, oh, I've been excited for this conversation. First room he walks in, Charlie has a gun on him. He's such an idiot. Like, yeah. I could not believe, that's where he would agree to meet in Prater's high security suite. Like, it just going to the vault. Like, it made zero sense for Dexter ever. There's so many times as a character he has not done that. He'll find the right place, right time, whatever. Like, even Trinity, that's how he fucked up. He had Trinity dead to rights like 3 times, but because it wasn't the right situation, he wasn't going to do it. So the fact that he just willy-nilly, and again, it'd be different if Harrison wasn't around. Dexter wants to be like risk taker, fine, but his son's there and he supposedly cares about him. The fact that he went into Prater's suite, like, just, and not even worried. It wasn't like, this could be a trap, I gotta prepare for this, it could be something. In the narration, everything, he's confident that this is just gonna go his way. Like, he has it. Like, it's what happened to Dexter Morgan, what happened to him. I don't know.
Yeah,
Silly.
it's pretty pathetic. I completely agree with you. I think there's so many red flags leading up to it, but the biggest one for me is that like the whole Charlie interaction. Like he just choked her out and just assumed that she wasn't gonna tell Prater or like there was gonna be repercussions for anything on this. Like, are you kidding me? I feel like this is the reason why they're like often people like this. Or,
But
like,
there
trying to have
wasn't
control.
supposed to be like there wasn't supposed to be because Batista was supposed to be a factor in that, right? That was a out of left field thing that went everything spiraled, right? Because Prater was just eating it up and loving that Charlie survived this encounter and yada yada, and he was thinking it was something else. He was thinking, okay, this is Red doing something until Batista changed the dynamic.
The only
I
thing is,
guess
did
so
the
for
call
that one.
happen? The Dexter setup call, did that happen before or after Batista?
That was before.
So that's what I mean. So to Kirkland's point, they were still enacting this plan of like Charlie told Prater and Prater, let's have this like Batista changed none of that other than like it really changed none of it because it's just like you're the Bay Harbor Butcher and that's really cool. Like that's all it changed. I still think their plan was going to be to get a gun on him and do something because it just
Well,
like
that's what we'll never know, really. I mean, maybe unless they talk about it in the next episode, because because at this point, Prater thinks, okay, everyone else has just ran away, accidents, whatever. Like he's eating it up, and when Charlie shows him like her neck off, like he's just like salivating, like this is great. Oh, I fucking love this. Like I got an amazing guy here. Like he wants to just go full on into this guy, and so I think it does. I think it does change because I think, okay, his meeting would have been very different. And now his meeting is like, oh, an initiation. Well, I mean, that being said, his meeting, maybe the whole time the meeting was always just like, I want you to be my main guy, the benefactor, whatnot, because that stood.
well, no, that was before the Bay Harbor Butcher, the Bay Harbor Bitcher. He is the Bay Harbor Bitcher now. My God, but that was before. Now he wanted to do his whole thing like I'll collect killers and have you kill them, right? So I don't know what was this beneficiary before? Like I'll get you a bunch of ride gift cards to give to people and kill them. Like I don't know, but we kind of went off. I wanted to ask you Taylor because I said because you enjoy us more. What is the? How do you continue this character's arc then? If this is probably the third, fourth time that he's realized, well, I'm bad. It ends with him screaming. He's doing the Dexter season 5 thing where he kills that guy in the fucking bathroom and he's mad about Rita. It's the exact same scene again. But like, what do you do then, Taylor? When you're like, oh, he knows he's a problem. How do you make the show keep going if this guy just realizes he's such an issue? But cool. Like what's the growth here? What do we do with him? Like,
So
other than
he
just like
knows that he's
fighting
Red
killers.
at this point, or he knows that he's Dexter.
What?
Like moving forward, at which point? Like which
well,
version
Dexter's
of?
always known himself as Dexter.
No, I
I'm
mean
sa-
like for like Prater is what you mean, right? Like,
I don't
how
know.
do you
That's
move
not the
forward with
question.
Prater?
No, he's gonna die next episode. Dexter's gonna get him. I'm saying, how do you move forward, Dexter, who multiple times has come to the same conclusion of he is the problem?
You know, it's tough because they're making money from this show, so they're just gonna keep keep
this is the
grinding
thing.
at it.
I think this is why people I think people are turned on a bit now, but people that really like the season, I do get it because it's just the Dexter killer stuff is fun, so that's great. That I understand, but that's where it's like with this character, there is nothing more to do, and they're just recycling the same storyline. So it's just because like what does he take from Batista dying, Taylor? Like does he just carry on as usual? You know, he just continues to live with fucking Blessing, who is the fucking Ripper, by the way. 100%.
No, in this
that hug
episode?
in this
Oh,
episode was
no.
shady as
Oh
fuck,
my
man.
God, dude.
Yeah.
No, he forgave him. He forgave
get
him.
ready next week, Taylor. Get fucking ready. It's coming. I guarantee you.
When he
I'll
walked
pizza
in
bet
there,
you.
when he gets up from the seat, I literally just thought,
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
He's still
intention.
so mad. What do you
Yeah.
want from me after you betray my life?
you blabbermouth fucked me and my family.
But what about
Like,
what the cops are
I
saying?
kick you
Like, oh, it's a
and fuck
city
you.
worker or someone like that has access to the type of equipment
That could be
pull
wrong as
manhole
well. They
covers or
got the
whatever.
ice truck killer wrong. Remember, they thought it was the fucking
Remember what
gazebo
Gigi
guy.
said? Blessing has everything in his vehicle. I bet he's got a fucking hook that the Ripper has also in there.
Under his back seat. You can rent that for $50.
Well, what about the concept though that it could be someone who's older, and that's why Prater's like wheelchair access because he has someone that's going to be pulling up there, and it makes sense. It could be a cop that was the New York Ripper because it's a cop benefactor for cops, and that's why he wants wheelchair access because it's going to be an older guy. We know that the weapon was taken from a male. We know that the Ripper is someone who's working as a serial killer before the female detective went into the police force. So we know it's someone who is older, much older.
Well,
Someone
Blessing's
who
older,
got
though.
hurt.
He's got gray in his beard, man.
But did he ever work for government though? That's the thing.
Maybe. How do we not know? His wife probably get his wife to do a background check on him, and you'll get your
The other
answers.
thought too is that everyone believes that it's Joy's fiance, Blessing's daughter's partner. So everyone, I don't know where that came from. Everyone's
People
saying it's
they need to
definitely him.
reveal who this is next week because these theories are getting out of control. This is dumb stuff. No, I don't think it has to be that. I don't think Prater's going to know who the New York Ripper is because I think Prater's dead next week. I don't think they have any time for that. I think it's Dexter escaping the vault because it's going to be like a 50-minute episode, right? Like Dexter escaping the vault, Harrison's in trouble, the Prater's gala thing, and then Dexter killing him. So I don't think
Kirkland,
there's...
Let me know. Do you see this photo? This is another thought. People are like, "Oh, he's the New York Ripper because
Fucking
it's right."
guy. Oh, because it's right behind
behind
him.
Yeah.
That would be bad as well too. Like
The
no,
theories are out of control.
I don't think it's that, and that's why I think it's just Blessing. I really do. The way they're making him, like he seems off, and I think they keep. There's no reason to have this scene of him being mad at Dexter. What did it add to this episode? It just had him like Dexter saying sorry again and shaking his hand. They are reminding you that this guy's in here, and he's a little bit on the darker side. That's what I'm telling you. Just get ready for it. It's coming. It's going to be Blessing, and that's the setup. And I don't know what.
Are you sure? You said your streak though. You don't got a streak. You said that Batista's gonna team up with Dexter.
You want to talk
right?
about? Well, it almost happened. Your streak's not good either, Lady Vengeance. What did you lose the pizza bet on again?
We're
Oh,
gonna
Ghost
talk about
Dexter. Yeah. So don't let's not start about streaks and stuff. So I'm not gonna say 100%, but I'm gonna say I'm 90% on Blessing. Again, I hope it's just they leave it next season and they get a cool actor. That's what I hope. But why would it when you have 47 minutes of screen time in this penultimate episode? What does it get like? Why would Blessing be in this?
'Cause
What
he
does it
couldn't-
do to the show?
He had to pick up Harrison. Couldn't be Dexter
Crucial.
to pick him up.
You could easily do you. They never even had to make that a stop thing. They could have just been like, "Hey, I sent you taxi money. Take the taxi." They didn't have to do that at all. That's what I'm telling you, man.
Like with what they've done already with the show, I wouldn't even put it out of the realm of possibility that it isn't Blessing, and like there's just no resolution with the character. He was just there to have a location for Dexter this season, and then he just fucked over his life because he's a blabbermouth, and then we just never see Blessing again. Like I wouldn't put them put past them for just with how some of the ratings have been this season,
Yeah.
but I want it to be Jonah, and I want it to be set up for
Yes.
next season. I think that works because you can have the big reveal and then gets us excited for next.
Gets
season.
us. It gets us.
There's a lot
excited.
worse options out there.
There
just
is
with
worse
some of the
options.
theories.
Jonah
Some
was
of
the
the Rita
worst for me,
Kids
but I've heard
ones.
some of the. Yeah, I don't. The Rita Kids. I'm not taking.
It's like the
that
new
and
Gemini
stuff.
killers, but it's those two.
Yeah. Says I hope Travis is right. It's John Hamm next season. Sure, give me John Hamm, man. Like that's great. And Superman, Mike, you're right. You're acting like they have a plan. They just wasted Batista. Blessing could just be what it is. Yeah, you know what, Mike, you're right.
That's what I
You're
just
100
said.
percent right.
Come on, don't
But-
take my idea.
No, I agree with you both. I'll say I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you both. Kirkland and then the assistant Mike. But yeah, it's
Thank you,
that
Mike.
thing of like I can't have them. There's not much faith I have here. So yeah, well, I guess we'll talk about next week. Or honestly, to be smart, what they would do, even if it was Blessing, don't even reveal who the New York Ripper is because you can just have the whole off season of fans theory crafting. That's what I would do as a show, and not Tom Cruise. I would just have the whole season them theory crafting and doing this and that. Like that would be smarter, unless there's a big reveal. Because like if it's a big reveal, it's fucking Blessing. It's like. You know, Superman Mike says, right, you should switch to, it's going to be Gigi's dad anyways. That's what you shifted to, right? There's your John Hamm moment of like, oh, meet my dad. Oh, hi, Dexter Morgan. Who are you? And he's like, I'm the New York Ripper. No, he's going to give his name and stuff. But, yeah, I guess we didn't really break down that scene too of, yeah, Taylor talked about Prayer wanted to do this whole benefactor thing. If you kill Batista, I'll bring in killers and we'll work together and everything like that. And that's another thing. Me and Mike were talking in Discord. I thought, man, what a clever way they're going to get out of this. Dexter's going to be dead to rights, and he's going to look at Prater and say, I can't kill this guy. He doesn't fit the code. And Prater, who's a fucking serial killer junkie, would like respect it and understand it because he's always like, what's the process? And what's just like, he's hard all the time. And he like, when he's looking at Charlie's neck wound, that guy was bursting. The zipper was broken. Like, he goes, oh no. Oh, like, he looked like Mugatu and Zulu. Like, oh, like he was having a good time there. So I was like, oh, what a smart way of, hey, I will kill this. I'll do this for you, but I can't kill this guy. If you want me to be the Bay Harbor butcher, this is not a Bay Harbor victim. And no, they didn't even like, Dexter didn't even try. Didn't even do that. Thank you, says we stand Traz John Hamm impression. Watching Mad Men for years finally paid off. But no, that didn't matter. And Prater just wanted him to get killed. And then, yeah, Prater shot Batista a lot. Like 6 bullet wounds, and then he was looking all like fucking again, like turned on when Charlie took him away because he's finally taken a life. But I also didn't buy that they had to run. They have the gun, like just give the gun to Charlie and headshot Dexter in that moment. Like, why are they running away from?
So stupid.
He's got an axe.
they're
Cool. You have a
NPCs.
fucking you have automatic weapon, dude. Like shoot.
Yeah.
Like go and I guess maybe the clip is out. No, it wasn't because he shot and he missed and he hit a teacup beside Dexter.
The
So
reason's probably because he's so obsessed with Dexter. He's so obsessed with the Bay Harbor
Oh,
Butcher. He doesn't want
God.
to kill him, and yeah, I don't know. Like, how does this end with Prater? Like, is Dexter just gonna kill him? Is
Yes.
Charlie gonna kill him? 'Cause,
No,
like, there
I
was
think-
moments of like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Charlie can't kill him because Charlie needs him alive so that she can pay for his.
she
her
picked
mom.
her side. They were doing that was the 2 fake outs they did. It was Dexter and Batista teaming up
Right.
and her doing a good girl turn. I think Harrison might kill Charlie. As lame as that is, I think that's what's gonna happen. I
The
think
Ripper's gonna get the mom.
he just takes Harrison too, and that's the. Don't get me wrong, that'd be great if they kill. I like Harrison the character, but if they killed Harrison, like man, at least Dexter's really motivated. Like to me, the show would work better if Dexter was alone for just the character moments, because then you could just have Dexter doing killer stuff. Because the continuity character development doesn't work when he has his son around. But
The villains of next season are going to be the duo of Rita's kids, trying to replace Harrison. So they're going to murder Harrison. And then,
oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, the
Dexter and
Lost- the
Harrison
Lost
versus
Kids or
Astor and
whatever it's
Cody. Yeah. No, they'll set it for 3. New York Ripper season 2 with Jonah, and then season 3 is you get all the kids. Every season's a fucking villain
every
kid.
season,
Yeah.
we pull someone from the original show and just butcher them. Just absolutely make them just ruin their previous iterations of the characters.
Season 4, Hannah McKay had a son we didn't know about, and he shows up. And then season 5, you can get the fucking cop from Iron Lake and her daughter. Remember that Harrison was banging?
Oh yeah, she's still
back.
out there. She's still
yeah.
out there.
She's still in love with Harrison, right? 'Cause
She's like,
they-
we're
she-
even. Just get out of my town.
Yeah, remember when you killed my best friend? Yeah, we're good. Go ahead. This fucking show. That's what I mean. From the beginning, we should have known. We should have known from the New Blood retcon that
They
we were in
had
trouble.
us.
But we were like, well, they just had to set it up. But yeah, so they run away and then they lock him in the safe. I'll be very curious to how he gets out of said high security safe.
Oh, you don't. That door's open in one way unless he pulls his God card out.
You want a pizza bet that Dexter finds
I'm
a way out?
not. Nope.
Dexter's finding a way out. He's gonna know. A good thing I took that science class in grade 6 or whatever. And he's gonna if you throw water on a door and leave it for 40 minutes, it melts.
They're not even gonna show it. It's just next episode's gonna start. He's already gonna be out of the fucking vault. Just
Harrison,
moving on.
where are you? Yeah, exactly. They could. They just start like that. I think he will be in the vault, but this should be like, yes. Can we also say that they wasted him with the casting too?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big. Again, I don't know what her rate is. If she's getting paid a good amount, not against her, but this is the first episode where she had some scenes. There was nothing, but yeah, I think Prater. Back to Kirk, and you asked how does this end? Prater's on the table. He gets the kill room, and I think Uma Thurman gets killed either by the duo of the Morgans or just Harrison, because they were kind of setting it up that she's intimidating him, this and that, and I they had a little connection. So I feel, which is just kind of funny that Harrison's gonna kill this fucking assassin. We're just getting in that realm with this guy with no training. He's gonna take out this assassin, but that's what's gonna happen. I think even if it's a by accidental thing. So
I'm excited for it to just go to the whole gala sequence. I think we're gonna have just chaos kind of unfold there in some shape or form. Prater's gonna be doing something.
Dexter pulls a bullseye, and Dexter or Daredevil season 3 and goes to gala with no. He shows with a gala with Angel's body. He's
Same
like,
scene
what a
as
great night,
Daredevil, yeah.
Prater and Charlie are in the Vanessa and Kingpin role, and they're running away. That'd be so great. There's Batista. He's a great
Harrison
captain.
jumps in front of Praetor, saves the bullet, or stops
Oh
the
my
bullet.
god! Yeah, don't
Just
get me
like
started.
Daredevil.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyone? Does anyone think Praetor's making it out next week? I'll say Praetor and Charlie. I think they're both dead.
I think he's dead.
Mm,
I think the ponytail, Rapunzel's dead too. I think he's going to be the end credits scene of the next week's episode too. I think it's going to show Dexter killing him.
Yeah, I could see that. Like the Lila treatment. We've talked about that before. So
Dexter just fast travels there. I think Charlie's gonna live. I hope.
But the mom's going to die.
you hope Charlie's gonna live? Why do you
Yeah,
hope?
why
that?
not? Hopefully, there's more juice on the Uma Thurman casting, but I don't have hopes. Actually, never mind. She's dying or something, or maybe Dexter gets rid of Praetor, and then she doesn't die, but like she's never coming back in the show. Like somehow, maybe the mom dies and she
The
just moves
Lumen
on with her
treatment?
life, or
Take
or
Harrison, raise him.
No, you know what?
You can call her Hannah.
She's like, I don't want this. Fuck. Like, I don't want to pay this child support and stuff. No, I want them to go full ham. I want Dexter, like if Dexter goes off the wheel because the Batista thing, I want him to fucking kill her mom. I want that to be the thing where they kill Praetor. She thinks she gets away, and she comes in and she comes home. Imagine that she comes home, check on her mom, and when she walks in that room,
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
no,
It's the mom. It's the mom that rolls down the stairs.
mommy, I'm gonna fucking yeah. He's like no, but anyways, I actually would like that because we're just in Crazyville now for the show. But the actually good version is imagine Charlie walking into the hospital room like that she has in her house to check on her mom, and it's covered in plastic, and you're just like, oh my fucking god! And you look, and Dexter's standing right over top of mom, and then oh, you know what they can do? They do the team up where then Harrison hits her with the needle, and then do the double. The poor mom, she's getting the "it's over for you" treatment pretty much. Like Dexter working in the corner of her room.
She would have no idea.
She
Yeah,
had
that's right.
no idea. All she knows is her daughter is in the military, like an accomplished military lady. So, no, I want Dexter to, No, I don't care what Dexter does. He's a terrible character now. Let's take our last ad break here, and we'll be right back. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Ponytail. I think he'll get the Lila treatment. Even though, again, I'd like them to save him for season 2. He'd be like a fun like boss, like 1A before we get to Ripper. I'd like that as like a little side quest there. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. What else do we talk? Yeah, again, we talked about it briefly. I maybe we'll see him next season. I don't know. I just can't believe for a second that Batista would have got his shield taken away without talking to Quinn. And again, it'd be different if they gone for one scene. They got that actor back to do one phone call scene after that. The more phone call important scene is not the fucking scene with the random Bee Gees cop. All you have to do with her is she's looking at the information. She calls and says, "Hey, can I speak to your captain?" And the other end is like, "Oh, we'll patch you to Lieutenant Quinn, or Captain Quinn." And the next time you use this actor for that phone scene, it's him calling Batista like, "What are you doing? Like, I got this call that you're doing this. You're breaking into things. You're saying the case is open. Like, what are you talking? Like, that's the juice scene. Is Quinn talking to Batista, not the Bee Gees cop, and that's gone. So that's where it's like, I don't know. And that's what they could do, right? They could make it like Quinn's gonna feel fucking bad because he took his shield away and he set his friend up. But it's just, I'm not happy either way because, yeah, what is it? We get Quinn next season and Masuka the next season, or is it just Quinn? It's like, man, Batista died. That sucks. Well, we had a good run, best friend, because he referred to him as his best friend. Oh, my best friend's here retiring and stuff. So it's just like he dies in these shady circumstances. I think what they're gonna do, unfortunately, is they're gonna put all that stuff I want for Quinn onto the Bee Gees cop. That, oh, she didn't listen to Batista and he was onto something and he died randomly and Dexter got away. Like every guilt thing that Quinn could have, it's gonna be on her. So
I can see that for sure.
yeah. What about what else do we want to talk about here? Says, can someone let Trask into the writer's room for season 2? Well, if you look at last week, there's a comment said like, I'd like to see one of these guys even try to direct a Dexter episode. See how easy it is. Oh my god! Again, if you're gonna
pretty easy.
if you're Hey, yeah, we've directed and produced an award-winning festival film. We got the credentials. Let us in there, and we'll help. Just spitball some stuff. Like, does that make sense? Like, again, I'm not pitching. If you're like, hey, we only got the budget for Quinn to be in one more scene. I'm not pitching another budget scene like, oh, get him for a third. I'm pitching, how about you use him for this? Do this with Quinn, not just this random thing, And even then, like, I'd still rather have like Masuka and Quinn not be there just for the retirement party at the bar. Like, it's just that's the thing, that they got all the pieces, they had all the great stuff, and they've just kind of squandered them. But oh yeah, I would love to, but let's see. Yeah, Superman says, I cannot believe Beaches Cop could be a multi-season character. I think she will be, because her connection with Harrison and everything. And even then, they're just like, yeah, that Harrison Morgan guy's dad, like, got us the weapon. Like, they're talking about Dexter helping them. They haven't forgotten that. So it's just, yeah, not looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to that either. I wanted to shout out, because I forgot to mention it earlier, but when Dexter is choking out Charlie in the car, he's doing this like sinister voice that's just so different than Dexter, and man, it just took me so out of the scene, like so much.
He's trying to be Red, remember? But I don't know why he has to be that. 'Cause
You are
Red's dead.
correct. I still don't like it.
He doesn't have to do that though. They don't know how Red speaks. He's just like having fun cosplaying as Red.
He likes it. He likes being the dark passenger.
Yeah. I got no more comments other than, yeah, you're right, and it was fine, and nope, that's it. Why does he call you Red?
I got the ChatGPT sequel. You guys are ready.
Well, not yet. Hang on. Let's just calm down. First of all, you didn't even set up what the sequel's to. Let's just finish our thoughts this up. So now he's just gone. Oh my God. Yeah, we talked about what's the girl's name? Harrison's. Is it Gigi, right? The girlfriend? Yeah, Gigi. Same thing. I already said that a little bit, but I thought it was dumb them both. I thought it was dumb for Dexter to be like, yeah, you can go to her place. And I also thought it was dumb for Harrison to have anyone over, because you're putting her life at risk. Like, what if you get abducted and you're with her? It's just like, and you got to, like, we've all seen Breaking Bad. Look what, like, and that to me, again, an amazing show with stakes. Don't do this. Something really bad's going to happen to you. Said character does that. Okay, we're gonna fucking this woman. It's over for you. Has no idea what you're doing. She was a kid. We're just gonna murder her right in front of you. We're gonna strap you down the back seat. You're gonna watch this, and then you're gonna drive back. And guess what? Start cooking, motherfucker. Like there's no, and that character learns. And do I think Harrison's gonna learn? Do I think Charlie's gonna get Gigi and murder him from him? No. I would love that, because it'd be like, oh, you've now learned the lesson that Dexter unfortunately has learned 5 to 6 times, but still, it just felt odd that his life is at risk, his dad's life is at risk, and I'm here to get laid. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it seems like a weird play. This guy is fucking dishes.
Yeah, what the fuck is he doing over here? What are you doing here? Are you trying to
Looking
eat
at
off
dishes,
screen?
This guy.
No.
Or are you
It's
trying to
not
suck your own
working.
dick? Like, what's happening over there?
Yeah, he's got his
keep
fucking
talking.
Fork and knife.
Talk
We
about
can't keep
Gigi.
talking. Like, what are you working on the pipe bomb over there? My God.
Lost my train of thought now. Yeah, no, it just seems like a terrible spot to be having this Gigi character interacting if she's not like directly tied to the Ripper, and I don't want that to be the case. So I am definitely not loving what's going on there. I did like the scene as my name is set up when Dexter, he walks in on them like about to bone, and then he's just like chilling there. He's like, so what are we doing tonight? I got cards.
That was good.
It was a fun moment. But then, 2 seconds later, they're like, all right, we're going to leave. He's like, yeah, you should be good. Have a good one. It's just weird behavior.
Yeah. And to Kirkland and Mike's point, again, another moment of the season. What was the storyline and the point for Harrison and that girl, the kid? Really nothing. So
She wasn't even in this episode.
no.
Maybe she's the Ripper. That's the whole thing. She's doing night school. Maybe it's not actually night school.
I can't take any more Ripper theories, Kirkland. I can't do this. But yeah, another storyline they just introduced this season and really didn't do much with it. So
I think there'll be something between Gigi and her.
oh
I think
fuck, challenger
something.
situation.
Yeah. No, I think there'll be some kind of thing. I don't think Gigi's out of the woods yet. I think she people were saying she could be like the Lila of
Oh,
Harrison.
off. Please, no. I just got through Lila. That was like the longest season I've had so
Dexter.
far.
Dexter Morgan. I will give it a pass. I'll give it a pass if they have a Gigi Harrison sex scene and they play that song. I'll give the season a 10 out of 10. It has to be "Come to Me More" specifically. It has to be that song. But,
Same lighting too. It's got a
Harrison
similar lighting.
Morgan. And they're like, why are you talking with a British accent now, Gigi? This is my real accent.
Lila was my mother.
Yeah, I know you killed a Dexter Morgan. Could you believe it? There we go. We got
believe it.
season
I
6.
couldn't
Yeah,
believe it.
season 6, The Return of Lila's kid. That's actually Dexter's kid. We didn't get the year jump. We didn't. They do a
Oh my
flashback
God.
where he killed Lila, and then like the babysitter comes in like, "Mommy, I'm home," and then like no, like just Lila's dead on the couch, and of course, and no, it's there. It's the fucking postcard that Dexter left with James Stokes on it, and then Lila's daughter goes back, finds out James Stokes is innocent, and it's Dexter. There we go. We wrote it. We got it there. So, anything else we're missing here? Batista the Cops talk about that. Prater, Dexter, Blessing. Anything?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll be back next week. We have a little segment here because a couple weeks ago we did Dexter meets Mission Impossible. This is the sequel. You didn't do the Predator, right? Are we doing that another time?
The Predator?
Yeah.
Like the Outchet Predator?
Yeah.
I didn't put that in here. No,
Okay,
that
that's fine.
honestly
No.
that could tie into the sequel to this. So
Superman Mike says she's definitely bad news. If not, I give up on any payoff in this show. That's fair. Yeah, no, I've been tinkering with a show idea, you know, because I feel like I got to pitch Dylan because he doesn't always love it, but maybe it's just be us three of a Patreon exclusive show of us just throwing some wacky ideas because we got some new shows coming next year. So I would very much like to see Dexter Morgan versus the Yacha, and him. I want to see Dexter Morgan wake up on the Predator Killer's planet, and he be one of them. But yeah, okay, give us the sequel for because if people don't remember, the last thing is how this happened is it was me and Kirk on the episode. We talked about what if when Dexter was arrested, like Batista took off his mask or something like that, and it was Ethan Hunt. And then in the last one, we did a chat GPT where it wrote Dexter in a Mission Impossible movie. He was wild going after a cult, but then they also revealed that Dokes used to be an MI agent and he was still alive. So there you go. Taylor, feel lay us on the sequel. And if people don't know, James Stokes told Ethan that he had to recruit Dexter Morgan into the Mission Impossible unit, and here we go. So Taylor, lay it on us.
okay. Mission Impossible: The Dark Passenger Protocol. That's what it's called. So
The dark. So we've had Ghost Protocol, so it's Dark Protocol now. Okay,
Dark Passenger Protocol.
Dark Passenger. Oh no, a protocol for Dark Pass. Okay.
So years had passed since the chaos of Project Chimera, but Dexter Morgan was no longer just a fugitive or a killer. Against every conceivable odd, he had been integrated into the IMF. It was Ethan Hunt's most controversial decision to date, one that many in the agency...
I would think so. I would say so. Yeah.
One that many in the agency had resisted, but ultimately couldn't deny. Dexter's efficiency in eliminating threats was too valuable to waste. Now he was part of the team, though under the strict watch of one man, James Dokes.
I love how
Dokes-
some of Dokes is like Ethan Hunt's handler now, you know, like he's above him. But that's fine. That means Dokes has saved the world a bunch of times we didn't even know about. So
Dokes, resurrected from presumed death, had been assigned as Dexter's handler. Every mission briefing turned into a shouting match. Dokes still didn't buy Dexter's redemption, didn't buy his loyalty, and sure as hell didn't buy his cool clinical charm. Don't think for a second you belong here, Dokes growled, pacing around the safe house in Marrakesh. The only thing you're good with is a scalpel, motherfucker. You're not IMF. You're a goddamn liability.
oh, you know James King's gonna act the shit out of these scenes, you know.
Dexter just tilted his head, offering his usual quiet smile. You'd be surprised how transferable my skills are. Ethan,
He's gonna fuck Dokes? What's happening here?
Ethan entered, cutting through the tension like a blade. We don't have time for this. If we're going to stop Nikolai Reznikov's orbital weapons program,
Wow, what a pull! What a pull!
we need everyone focused. That includes you, Dokes. Dokes muttered, "Focused my ass," but fell into step. For Dexter, it was a familiar dance, hunted and hunter, trust and suspicion, a duality he thrived in. Only now his darkness wore the IMF badge. Their mission was insane, even by IMF standards. Reznikov, a rogue Russian technocrat, had hijacked a prototype orbital platform. It wasn't just a weapon, it was a prison for stolen biotech that could rewrite human DNA in real time.
It was not a store. It was a prison for biotech. Why do they have biotech in a prison? Then you put people in it.
Ethan's plan: infiltrate the launch site in Kazakhstan, stop the launch, or if they failed, take the fight into space itself. Dexter found himself in the middle of an IMF heist sequence that felt like one of his old rituals: precise, methodical, and lethal.
How does the kill room feel like a heist? That makes no sense.
Grace was in the field running point, Paris at her side with a knife between her teeth, and Ethan scaling a fuel tower with nothing but suction gloves. Dexter, he handled it his way. One by one, he dispatched Reznikov's men, setting traps that looked less like tactical takedowns and more like his old kill room improvisations.
I just feel like there's this moment where they're all in a fucking Humvee and in the back and stuff, and Dexter just looks over at Ghost Hair and he's like, and they all fit the code, son. And like he's just like, yeah, he's just like rock hard, juicing, ready to go.
Zip ties, wire cords, a silenced blade between ribs. Doak shadowed him, muttering obscenities every time Dexter got creative. God damn it, Morgan, you don't hang a guy upside down from a catwalk mid-op, Doak sparked. Dexter calmly...
Dexter just performing all these serial killer dream kills in the middle of the mission.
Doak's
While Doak's
has
like,
to watch.
fucking hell. Yeah. And don't forget now, he's now killed LaGuardia and Batista now since this has happened. So, and Deb too. So he's just watching the sicko do his art.
Dexter replied, "It was efficient and satisfying." Reznikov escaped, boarding the rocket against every order. Ethan, Dexter, and Dokes followed.
Nice.
The rocket launched with Ethan clinging to its hull, Dexter inside disguised as a technician, and Dokes screaming in comms about how this was suicide. As the G-forces pressed him into the wall, Dexter marveled at the absurdity of it. My dark passenger never imagined space travel, he thought.
Oh, I bet he did. Harry didn't teach me. Harry didn't prepare me for this.
Once in orbit, chaos unfolded. Zero-G gunfights erupted as Reznikov's men floated through the corridors. Ethan was a blur of precision strikes. Dokes barked orders over comms, and Dexter improvised with surgical coldness.
Dexter! Big dog on eight.
Injecting one guard with a syringe of liquid nitrogen, shattering his helmet visor in silence. Holy shit.
That sounds like a fucking Call of Duty battle pass right there. Dexter with the liquid nitrogen syringe.
Ethan finally cornered Reznikov in the control hub, but Reznikov had armed the weapon. The platform began tilting its cannon toward Earth. They needed a manual override, but the panel was outside, on the hull of the station. Ethan strapped into a tether, prepared to make the spacewalk, and Dexter intercepted him. Let me, Dexter said calmly. Ethan narrowed his eyes. You're not trained for EVA. Dexter smirked. Neither was I for killing my first victim. Adaptability is my gift.
He was trained. Harry trained him for years. What the fuck does that even mean? And again, just like this first movie, why is Ethan Hunt like the third character in this movie? They talking more about Dexter and Dokes. What's Ethan doing
Dexter's
this whole
taking
movie?
over, I guess.
Yeah, Michael's. They're like, sorry, Tom. Michael Seagal's very hot right now. Have you seen those Paramount numbers? Fuck.
Against every protest from Dokes, Dexter launched himself into the void. The earth spun beneath him in dizzying beauty, the sun searing his visor. Using sheer will, Dexter clamped onto the override hatch and performed one of the most insane stunts in IMF history, manually redirecting the orbital cannon while tethered by a single failing line. Reznikov tried to stop him, ejecting a wave of debris into space. Dexter used a corpse as a human shield, then slashed through the Russian's tether with a scalpel. The villain spun off into the black abyss.
The world is on the line. They're in space, but actually, let me get my tool. Oh,
So he slices his tether. The villain spun out into the black abyss, screaming until silence claimed him. The station broke apart as Ethan and Paris secured escape pods. Dokes cursed the entire way, yelling at Dexter through the comms, "Motherfucker, you're gonna get us all killed."
There goes that PG-13 rating.
Dexter, however, made the impossible choice. With the pods disabled, he seized the flight controls of the orbital platform itself, turning the burning wreck into a makeshift re-entry capsule. Ethan strapped him beside him, stunned. You can't fly this, Ethan said. Dexter's hands.
Ethan is in shock. Dexter's such a good agent. He's eclipsing Ethan Hunt.
Dexter's hands moved with chilling calm. You'd be surprised. I've always been good at steering things to their inevitable end. Jesus Christ.
I love all his conversation. He has no genuine conversations with Ethan. It's all just fucking like trailer stingers. Yeah, it's all just like quotes.
As fire consumed the station, they plunged through the atmosphere, the hull glowing like a second sun. Doak screamed obscenities, Ethan clung to the restraints, and Dexter piloted the impossible to Earth. Against every law of physics, they survived the crash, landing in the Mojave Desert.
I don't love it, but I need the same way you did the Dexter Predator AI. I need you to make one of like Michael Seal's Dexter in the cockpit of a fucking like astronaut like plane or whatnot, like a spaceship. I'm trying to think about like Michael Seal landing this down, but
I'll send one into the Discord later. In the aftermath, the IMF celebrated another improbable success, but within the agency, doubts swirled. Dexter Morgan, once the Bay Harbor Butcher, had become an IMF asset, one too dangerous to control, yet too effective to lose. Dokes refused to let his guard down, following Dexter everywhere, calling him out at every opportunity. Ethan, however, began to see the utility in Dexter's presence, even if it gnawed at his morality. Why him? Dokes barked one night. Ethan sighed. Because he does what we can't. He goes where even I won't. Dokes scowled. One day Morgan's gonna cut the wrong throat. Dexter only smiled, his dark passenger humming with anticipation. In a dimly lit prison cell, a man sat quietly, his eyes focused, his mind sharp as ever. Joe Goldberg, locked away after the bloody fallout of his obsessions.
Did you ask them to put him in there? There's no way it did that by itself.
I asked to do something.
I knew it.
Scribbled in a journal, he wrote not just about love or betrayal, but about predators and prey, hunters and rivals. The cell door buzzed open, and Joe looked up, smirking. You found me. Dexter Morgan stepped into the light, his expression calm, almost curious. Behind him, Ethan Hunt lingered in the shadows, face unreadable. Joe tilted his head, and here I thought I was the only one who understood the art of survival. Dexter's lips curved into the faintest smile. You're not the only one with a passenger. Before another word was spoken, the alarms blared, and the prison descended into chaos. An orchestrated escape. Smoke filled the corridors, and by the time it cleared, Joe Goldberg was gone.
Why is Ethan recruiting this like woman killer and abuser now?
Dexter stood at the threshold of Joe's empty cell, a flicker of irritation breaking his calm. Ethan stepped beside him, watching the void Joe had left behind. This isn't over, Ethan said firmly. Dexter's eyes darkened. No, it's only the beginning. So here's the post-credit scene.
I would love a scene with Dokes and Joe Goldberg, though. That'd be great.
The screen is black at first, with the faint sound of dripping water echoing. Then the picture fades in on the inside of a prison cell block. The fluorescent lights above flicker, buzzing as guards march down the hallway, their boots striking the concrete floor with mechanical rhythm. They stop at a reinforced steel door, slide it open, and two figures step through. One of them is Joe Goldberg, looking thinner, unshaven, his eyes carrying that unnerving mix of charm and mania. Shackles bind his wrists, but his head tilts with curiosity as he glances at the second man standing in the shadows. The guards exchange an uncertain look. Warden's orders, one of them mutters. The figure steps forward into the light. James Dokes. He's older now, harder, his stare burning through.
Hey Joe, I heard what you do to women, you fucker. I'm a lot harder now.
His stare burning through Joe like a soldier assessing a weapon. Unshackle him, Dokes barks. The guards hesitate. Sir, we don't do it. That's an order. There's a pause, then the metallic click of the cuffs being undone. Joe rubs his wrists, flexing his hands, his lips curling into a slight grin. You're not what I expected, Joe says with a casual calm. Shut the fuck up, Dokes growls.
I actually don't think Joe could handle Dokes. I think he would crack under the Dokes, like yelling. He'd get the flashbacks of his like abusive parents, and Dokes would just destroy this man.
Dokes leans in close. I don't like you. I don't trust you, but I need you. You're a predator, and predators like you, they're useful. Joe smirks, tilting his head. Useful for what? Dokes' jaw tightens. His voice drops into a cold, venomous rasp. To take down another predator, Dexter Morgan. Joe's smile widens, his eyes glinting with intrigue. Dexter. He repeats, savoring the name like a new obsession being born. Dokes presses a finger hard against Joe's chest. Don't get it twisted, motherfucker. You cross me, I'll slit your throat with a scalpel before you can say hello. You got it? Oh, shit.
I don't understand why Dokes need, like, I like the pitch. It's good. I don't know why Dokes just does not try to take out Dexter by himself. He's going to hire Joe Goldberg out of all people, but which isn't even a Paramount show. They've somehow worked with Netflix, but there you go. That was good.
Joe, almost done. Joe chuckles softly, his calm composure only making Dokes' rage look more unhinged. I think this could be the start of a beautiful partnership. The camera pulls back as the prison hallway darkens, silhouettes of Dokes and Joe walking side by side in the shadows.
Jesus.
The sound of Joe's voice lingers in a chilling whisper as the screen cuts to black. Dexter, you're my next story.
I would take a season of just him getting obsessed with Michael C. Hall and stuff, but yeah, well, there you go. Maybe we'll do a third one at some point. Like I said, maybe we'll look into.
It's prompting me. It says like want me to write a third movie idea. So
well, try and save it because I think we've thought about doing some good. Because I know we did a good episode a long time ago when we did the Lord of the Rings Harry Potter crossover, right? We did a trilogy of that. Yeah. So like I said, I think some shows could be cooking in the future, but we will be back. Not Taylor. So next week's gonna be so we'll get Taylor's thoughts on another time, but it's gonna be some tough waters for me and Kirkland travel, but finale, Dexter Resurrection next week. We'll be there, and it won't be boring.